Right now, I'm not fatigued. Moi tortured me. Uhuru tortured me. And now they are threatening me, asking me, oh, where are you? Where are you? Because they want to arrest me. They want to abduct me. They want to kill me, right?
And we know now that he controls the army, just like he showed us. He can unleash the army unconstitutionally and put the army on the streets, right? He's got all the organs of power, the police. We of course know that the courts are all captured. So going to the streets means we're going to disintegrate into chaos, and we have many games and many things that the Kenyan public and the international community wants to protect. And of course, we have a person is thirsty for blood. So for me, that is an uncomfortable question that we want to interrogate. My second one is also the sustainability of the pressure. We don't have guns, and we don't want to go that route. We don't. The public does not have guns, and we are going to just get tired. We know, as you say, the fatigue is gonna come, and it's gonna be real. That's my other question. Then let's go back to the Constitution. If we say that we're going to look at the Constitution, we're looking at a succession plan of between Rigathi, who is also a big problem, and then we go to Wetangula, who is the speaker, if the Rigathi is not, with another big problem. Potentially, we go to the Speaker of Senate, also a big problem, and potentially the Chief Justice. I would ask you to help us unpack. If we go the constitutional way, even if we put civil pressure on him and we use the constitutional succession model, how does that look like? Because what I'm hearing is that if we go and exercise our Article 1 rights and say we the people, there's also going to be a certain level of where we are ignoring the processes that have been outlined in the Constitution. I think for me, those are the concerns that I have.
Thanks, Wanjiru. Let me start with the last one because it is the easiest. The Constitution. I don't think you listened to me carefully when I spoke. I was very, very clear. I said that the proposal I made will be exercised under Clause 1 of the Constitution, not the other provisions. All these things that you're talking about are not under Clause 1. We would have withdrawn our donated authority to the Speaker, to the judiciary, to Rigathi, to Ruto. After all, when we say Ruto must resign, and I was very clear, I said Ruto must resign with this entire regime, meaning that Rigathi, the cabinet, everybody goes home with Ruto. The elections that were to be organized by the National Transitional Authority will be presidential and general elections, meaning that in one fell swoop, we are recalling everyone. We are recalling the MCAs, we are recalling the MPs, we are recalling the senators, we are recalling the governors, we are recalling Ruto at the national level with everyone around him. That's a clean, transformative measure. And it is all constitutional. And you don't have to think about Rigathi and individuals that we've already rendered civilians. So that's number one. That's a very, very easy thing. And it's not the first time it would be done. It's been done throughout history, as I have said, starting with the French Revolution. That is what has been done consistently throughout. It was done in Ukraine. It was done in Philippines. It was done in France. It was done everywhere that this thing has happened. Okay? So, let's go to the issue of chaos, which is a red herring for them. What is more chaotic than the police right now in the Republic of Kenya? What is more chaotic than the abduction squads? What is more chaotic than Ruto? So, chaos are not by the people. If the people, did you see how the protesters were so orderly that when they went to parliament, they took the maze, they found even Kenya Kwanza members of parliament the disabled member of parliament who was on a wheelchair, who had voted yes. They didn't harass him, they didn't abuse him, they didn't assault him. They gave him a dignified push across the street into safety. It is the police that are disorganized. It is the police that are chaotic. It is the government that has become to be synonymous with goons. When you talk of destruction, the people who burned everything in the city were the police throwing tear gas everywhere, exploding and burning things. It is Sakaja and other people who hired goons so that they could later on have a story at State House to say, look, it was infiltrated by thugs. The demonstrators, more or less, throughout, have been peaceful. But let's not be deceived. There is no perfect anything. If you are going to have a revolutionary transformation, a popular revolution on the street, mistakes will happen, which is human. There will be no perfect execution of anything. But we cannot say we turn back because we fear that mistakes will happen. Unless you are perfect, you can't say that. For those who are religious, when Jesus went to the Sadducees and the Pharisees in the churches and threw them out, there was no order. It was total chaos. But everybody praised it because he cleansed the space, the spiritual space of the church. We must cleanse our space, and we must do it popularly through the people in a peaceful way. If chaos are going to erupt, Ruto should be blamed and he should be heading back to the ICC. Let us not be flinching and being cowardly about it. If you fear change, don't get involved in it. If you fear transformation, don't be involved in it. If you fear a popular revolution which is peaceful through the people, don't say you're a revolutionary. The last point, fatigue. Well, so far, people are not fatigued. And by the way, some of us have been fighting this thing since I was a youth. I'm not fatigued. So why should people who have demonstrated for 2 weeks say they're fatigued? I'm not fatigued. I've been tortured probably more than the majority of Kenyans right now. I'm not fatigued. Moi tortured me. Uhuru tortured me. And now they are threatening me, asking me, oh, where are you? Where are you? Because they want to arrest me. They want to abduct me. They want to kill me, right? So they want to know. They want me to be declaring where I am so that they can come for me. And I'm not that stupid. So I'm saying, let's not construct roadblocks in our path to liberation. These questions are questions that have been answered. South Africans fought for more than 100 years for liberation. Mandela stayed in jail for 27 years and many others more years. Did they talk about fatigue? Please, let us focus on solidarity, on giving each other inspiration, empowering ourselves, and knowing that risk is part of everything. Even when you are investing, you take your money to the stock exchange. The company can go up in smokes. You can lose all your money, but you still invest. Everything is a risk. Even driving on the road